NFL that no quarterback in NFL history has done before. Like I said, 3 straight 400-yard passing games. Any question that Fitzpatrick, guys, has done enough to remain the starter?
Well, look, it got real ugly real quick there in the first half, and I think, he was doing everything he possibly could with those interceptions to give Jameis a chance to get the start. But I don't care if it's Jameis Winston or Tom Brady coming back on a short week after Monday Night Football with the Chicago Bears defense coming. You can't have a guy who has not been in the facility the past 3 weeks just take the starting role.
Yeah.
I think you need to give Fitzpatrick at least one more start, and I don't think after this next start he gets the hook either. I think Fitzpatrick still has these great numbers and has the team. The fact that he came all the way back, I go with Fitzy until it comes to be no question that he has to come out.
And for clarification, people at home, Jameis Winston hasn't been at work with his teammates. So he's been training in a separate location. He's been working out with guys that he's played with in the past, maybe former NFL players, former college teammates of his. And he's been trying to train and run the playbook, but he hasn't had that rhythm and chemistry. So going in on a short week, they might want to go with Fitzpatrick. But let's be very clear. In that first half, we were all thinking it. Fitz, you had a good run. Jameis, this is your team. When you come back, you will be the starter. And then in that second half, that magic came back and we said, okay, you did just enough to keep your job. Let's see what he does this week. I say that they keep Fitzpatrick as the starter. Allow Jameis to come back, work his way into the lineup, and then you address it after this game. If Fitzpatrick wins, keep him in. If he doesn't, he plays bad, Jameis, take your team back.
A lot of tweets in the first half of, Jameis watching the game, like, partying and draining his crab legs and all that stupid stuff. We don't embrace debate here. If it's there, we'll do it. We're not reaching for it. This is not a debate. This is if you're watching a show this morning and they're earnestly debating this, they're not watching the games. This is not a debate. I'll tell you why. 3 straight 400-yard games for Fitzpatrick. Jameis has had 1 in his career. 2-0 start Fitzpatrick. Jameis has never had that. Jameis is not out because he was injured. He was out because of alleged idiocy, and that's the reason. You can lose your position because of that. This is not even close, and I think if Fitz struggles next week too, they still stick with him.
Wow.
I do.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think Jameis is better than Fitzpatrick. We've never seen it. We've never seen it. I do. I believe
this is a make-or-break year for Jameis. Him sitting back from the outside looking in, all the stuff he's had to deal with, some mistakes he's made, the highs and lows statistically.
Sure.
I think he's going to come back and prove to be the quarterback for this organization. But I do agree with you on one thing.
A lot of people have bet on Jameis many times.
I hear you. And we have. And I have before.
I know.
And then I've lost on it. But I do feel like this. If Fitz plays well, though, he's not going to see the field. But if Fitz has the first half like that and extends to 4 quarters, Jameis will be the starter again.
What's the front office deal with Jameis?
Yeah,
what do they got with him?
He's in the 5th year, or he's a 4th year, going to the 5th year of his contract. So on March 13th, the Buccaneers have to make a decision, either yes or no, no in between. Do they want to pick up his contract and give him $20 million for next year, or they want to walk away and then Jameis becomes a free agent? So March 13th is the $20 million, though, is not chump change. So their decision, and then it's just a 1-year deal, and then we'll see from there. They can work on an extension. But Ryan Fitzpatrick going bonkers the first 2 weeks and playing big last night, second half, did no favors to Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston also is going through an agent change. There's a lot going on Jameis' side. So let's see if Fitzpatrick can steady the ship or if Jameis takes that back from him.
Steelers get the win. They are alive in their division and in the AFC. But up next, we'll show you some more highlights, of course.